Hello Twin Flames, it's Monday, Magical Monday, the 23rd of January today. It is the start of the last week, the last full week of January. Isn't that powerful? So I'm going to bring in the Angels of Abundance deck today because maybe you're thinking about work today or career or finances, or maybe there's financial things affecting your connection right now. So what do the Angels of Abundance, Archangel Ariel, want you to know on this day? So thank you, angels. What do we need to know? So the message is block out distractions. Wow. Block out distractions. Now, the first thing I'm feeling is if you're blocked by your twin or you're being ghosted or they are blocking you out, they are trying to deal with distractions. They're trying to go within their own mind and process information and sort things out. And they may also be blocking you out with distractions, which means they may be going to the game with the friends, or they may be playing football, or they may be watching a film, or they may be busy at work. Or the message today coming through first of all for you is to not take it personally. Sometimes the masculines need to process. It's a natural masculine thing. It's the way they work things out. It's the way they're able to communicate. It's the way they're able to get the strength together and get the words together and put their thoughts together so they can reach out to you. So you just give them what they need. It doesn't mean you're a pushover, Divine Feminine. It doesn't mean anything's wrong. It just means they need a little bit of time to work it out. And while they are doing that, you get busy doing you. Get busy loving life. Get busy having fun, being creative, doing things you want to do. And you know what it's like. If you've got a goal, if you want to do something, you have to block out distractions sometimes to get it done. And distractions can be things like, people talking to us when we're trying to concentrate, or the phone ringing, or social media is a distraction because it's so easy to pick up the phone and go on Facebook, and 5 minutes turns into half an hour and 2 hours. And by the time you realise it, wow, I've just wasted half a day. So sometimes we have to be very strong with our willpower and say, right, I'm going to turn off my phone today. I'm going to log out of social media today because I need to block everything out so I can focus on what I'm doing. And I feel that's the message coming through. Today, what we need to do is, they give me fear, because it can bring up fear if we don't understand why. We are blocking things out so we can focus on what we truly want to do or achieve or create. So this is going to be a very creative day. And remember, the water rabbit has come in too, bringing in opportunities and ideas and creative energy and creating the way. So the first thing I'm feeling is, don't get discouraged or triggered if your masculine seems to be busy with other things or distracted or ghosting or blocking you, because it's always a sign that they are actually doing something. They are working on something. They are creating something. And don't take it personally, because it's not about you, it's about them. So instead, focus on you. Focus on doing you. Maybe you need to log out of Facebook because it's too tempting to check their profile. And you don't need to block them back or block them out or anything like that. You just work on you. Work on you. And I definitely feel this is also about getting rid of things that, may be time consuming to you. Maybe there's things that you need to cancel, like certain subscriptions. They're showing me as well things that you may be paying for unnecessarily. If you've got a subscription to something, say on, they're showing me, I know that many people don't get these anymore, but magazines coming through the post. If you've got a magazine subscription that you just don't read it, it's piling up, cancel it. For me, for example, I've got a Cineworld membership, and I haven't been to the cinema for a long time. So it's just an extra cost. So I feel that we are being frugal with where our money is going, not where we're stopping the flow or creating a block, but we're thinking, do I need to be paying for that? Is that actually serving me? Why have I got that going out when I don't use it? And it's thinking about things like that. So we're also processing where our money, our time, our attention, our energy is going. And also having time out to focus on what's important. So if you want to write, for example, say you want to write a book and you've been wanting to do it for so long, or you've wanted to create a deck of cards, or you've wanted to write things down and get a plan in place, do it. You just may have to block out the distractions to do it, which means turn off the TV, log out your phone or put it in another room and just do what you're being guided to do. Even if it's just for 10 minutes, half an hour. Maybe this is about you needing to meditate, to block out distractions. Blocking out distractions for me right now is we've got people working on the house next door. They're renovating it because it's being sold and there's a lot of noise. So it's about being able to block that out and be in zen and calm energy no matter what. And, there's a lot of chaos on the twin flame journey, outside influences, naysayers, things happening. We have to learn to block out the outside world and go within for the answers, to be at peace. They show me in The Matrix. I keep getting signs for The Matrix coming through. So if you haven't seen it, please do. It's a great film anyway. But, there's a bit where Neo changes, the Matrix. He kind of goes like this, and the whole world rearranges and it kind of moves around. It's like a timeline shifts to harmonize with him because he is the one. So when we get into that power of Zen, when we find that inner peace and clarity, we can move things around to suit us with the power of our mind, and that's the law of attraction. But we have that power to shift time and create the way. So the universe will mold and change to suit you. And the message says, your life purpose and other priorities need your individual attention. So it's time for you to take charge of your schedule and working environment by turning off electronics and avoiding anyone or anything that distracts you from what's important. And you may have noticed that, I know a few of our soul sisters have been having power outages and things happening. So, you've got more time for yourself. I was guided at the beginning of the month, I was going to say the beginning of the year, well, it is January, to get rid of Snapchat because it was too distracting for me, because I love Snapchat. So I was constantly going on it, taking photos, putting things on my stories, connecting with people. And as nice as that is, it was taking up time that I really wanted to spend on creating more card decks or doing meditating or spending more time with George or, doing more things on the channel. So I had to be cruel to myself, to be kind and say, you're having a break off that this year and you're going to focus on this instead. Last night, for example, I was like, okay, I really want to sit down and watch my show and relax, but no, I'm going to be cruel to be kind, and I'm going to say, right, sort out this. So I picked up some work that I've got to do, and I worked through it, and it felt satisfying to me, even though part of me, my ego, my little child was saying, watch that episode of Suits, do it after that. Well, after that never comes because I think, oh, watch one more, or I'll eat that chocolate. So we then indulge in things we don't need to be really indulging in. I had to be, very disciplined and say, I'm going to do this. And that's what we need to do sometimes. We have to be disciplined to get up at a certain time or to go and do a certain thing. And that's what we need to do. So it says you already know what these distractions are. So maybe something's popped in your mind. Maybe you're thinking, I need a break off Facebook. It's driving me up the wall. Or I need to do more writing, or I need to do more gratitude or reading, or I want to go and do that thing and I can't get round to it. Now's the time. So you already know what you need to do, and you have the power and responsibility to do it. And he's saying you have the power to responsibly block them out. So in other words, you have the power to do this in a responsible way. So you don't need to be nasty to people or block them on social media, or all you need to do is say, right, I'm going to log out for today and I'm going to focus on me, or, I'm going to turn my phone off, or, I'm going to listen to me and I'm going to say yes to me today instead of yes to everyone else. That's what you need to do. And what your masculine is learning to do is learning how to block responsibly. In other words, when we block our twin flame, we block ourselves because we are one with our twin flame. So the masculines block you irresponsibly. They regret it and then they have to clear the air and sort it out. So it comes to bite them in the bum later. Instead of thinking, I don't need to block my twin, I just need to breathe. I just need to think and go within and realise the pressure isn't created from that person or that situation, it's created from me. And remember that that's really all it is. If your masculine blocks you, he's feeling pressured. Not by you, but by his own self, because he knows he needs to get his acting gear. So it's himself. He's really blocking himself. And that's why he goes within to face it. So never take it personally. If I could go back in time and give my younger self one piece of advice, it would be never take anything personally. Because it's never about me or you, or it's about them and what they are going through. Remember, you may be in a bad mood one day and someone is being super nice to you and you just can't be doing with them. You just want them away from you because you want to remain in that bad mood, and nothing they can do can make you feel better until you decide to feel better. Why? Because we always have a choice. It's our job to choose happiness. It's our job to choose peace. So in other words, we can find peace even if there's building work going on, even if we've been blocked or ghosted, even if people are telling us we're nuts and crazy, even if there's big changes going on, even if we're going through loss or grief, we have the power to take control. So be in control today and do what's right for you. So if you feel you need to block something out to focus on priorities, do that. But do it in a responsible way where you may ask for what you need. I just need some space. If your masculine said to you, I just need a day, you'd be fine. You'd be like, no problem. I just need a week. You'd still be fine, no problem. I just need a month to go and sort my situation out. You'd be like, no problem, go and do it. But because he blocks you instead and ghosts you and doesn't tell you, we take it personally. So learn to read between the lines, learn to see past the pain, and learn to rise above and see it from a higher point of view. And then everything will make more sense. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.